Hello, this is Heather of Henna by Heather, and today I'm going to demonstrate for you a design that's really simple and quick and elegant and beautiful. The way that I figured out just how quick this design was is this week when I was doing a couple of private parties. I started doing this design using a couple elements that I always use, but just repeating them instead of using them as little flourishes. And what happened was everyone loved this when they saw it, and you know how at a private party or a festival, once people see a design that they love, then everyone wants that design. So that's how this went. I ended up doing this design, or some takeoff of it, for like half of the people at these two different parties that I was doing this week. And at both of those parties I finished so far ahead of schedule that I was actually a little worried, you know, that, oh no, I finished so much sooner than I was supposed to, what do I do? Getting paid by the hour, but it ended up working out okay, and everyone ended up getting a couple of designs rather than just the one. But basically I figured out that this design is so simple and so quick. It's really the speediest, most people-pleasing design that I have come up with so far. And I think that I should show you guys so you can learn it, because it's going to be a really great design for you to do at festivals or any other situation where you're charging per henna design rather than by the hour. Of course, for private parties you should always be charging by the hour, but for things like school fundraisers, if you're doing that to help out your own children or something, or if it's for your church, or if it's for, in my situation it's going to be at festivals, where there's just like tens of thousands of people and you can't possibly get through hennaing everyone quickly enough. This is going to be a really gorgeous design that it still looks on par with the designs I'd usually charge about $20 for, maybe $15, but it takes like only slightly longer than my $5 designs. So it's going to be a really handy tool for you to have in your bag as a professional henna artist. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Alright, so while we do this design, I'm not really going to talk much because I just want to speed through it and show you how fast it really can be. So for just a minute, we're going to just have a little bit of music and you can watch how quickly it goes. But it's basically just a swirl and then a line with a teardrop, and hopefully the cat does not join us again. Say hello, kitty. Moving on, let's start with the design. Sorry if that's off camera at the beginning there. You'll see this design repeated, this little element repeated again and again and again. So it'll be easy enough to pick up. But it is important to start off to the edge of the hand so it looks really full and complete. So yeah, it's just a swirl. I guess I am talking, so it's a little slower than the design could really be. But it's just a swirl and two lines going around it, little teardrop, leafy things at the end, and that's it. As you go up the finger, the I don't know, the radius of the curve gets a little smaller maybe. I don't know if that's the right term, but that's not quite as much curvy. It's a little straighter as you go up the finger, just because there wouldn't be quite room to keep doing a good job of swooping all the way around while still having it flow and be elegant. Alright, so there you go. That's the design, and you can go back, and if you're feeling like you have a bunch of extra time, add other little flourishes, but this right here, yeah, it takes moments longer than a $5 design, and yet I would feel really comfortable charging $15 for this. And in a very busy festival, it could probably even get $20, especially if we add these little dots. So I often do the dots around, further away from the edge, like not right on the line like this, but if our key here is speed, if you put them right on the line, you have to think about the placement of them so much less. It's so much quicker to do it right up on the line like that. So if I'm really trying to be fast, I'll probably do that. like I said, me talking is making it go a lot more slowly. If you had still more time, you could add a few little other flourishes in here. I wouldn't add them around every single swirl because that could start to get to be overkill, I guess. Although I guess I'll show you how that would look too, so you can decide if you agree or not. But right now that's just on half of them. And we could also do it on the other side as well. Since I'm trying to hold the camera angle for you, this side is coming out a little more awkward. I would usually like kind of move my hand to the other side while doing this, and I'm not going to do that to you guys. So, and there you go. That is the fancier version of this very simple design. Now, just because I'm me and I like to have really pretty henna on all the time, not necessarily $15, $20-ish festival henna, I'm going to go in and add some fingertips now. So you can see how those are. I actually am going to move my hand to do those because I realized as I was doing this it was not the best angle. So here we just keep doing the same little guy. Since this design is really based around this, and throwing in something else at this point would look kind of weird. I do like to do these little dots kind of going around the nail bed. I think they're delicate and pretty. Okay. This is going a lot slower because it's being filmed, but you'll figure that out for yourself too. It can go even faster for sure. And I guess I should say, like, I'm focusing so much on the speed of how this is being executed just because it was such a fast design. And that is why I wanted to show it to you. So I wanted to show you that it really is as fast as I remembered. But, I mean, speed isn't always the #1 thing you're going for, of course. Like, beauty and flow are more important. But your ideal goal would be to get both, especially when you're doing festivals. So we could stop here. It's a pretty good stopping point. I would like to add a little more though. So I'm just going to throw in a little trail of dots going down the fingers. Dots make everything better. Alright. So at this point, with all of this going on, this is actually really easily a $25 design at most of the festivals that I do, with little fingertips and stuff. So actually to take it from that 15-ish probably design to definitely 25 actually doesn't take too much longer. So it might be worth it for you. I don't know which way you would want to draw it and present it in your books. Chances are we'll draw it up for the Artistic Adornment website. Don't know the name of what book that will be yet, but there are definitely tons of other books for you to look at right now up at artisticadornment.com by myself, Heather Continelton, Jamila Zabarth, and also Victoria Welch. Those are our 3 henna designers right now, and we have some other books in the works. I hope that you guys can check them out as they come out, and if you do want to be updated about when those come out, just add yourself to the email list at hennabyheather.com. There's a thing right on the homepage to add yourself to the email list. Alright, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the design and that it's useful for you. Have a lovely day.